Hello, welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to talk about another subject I just read recently about a recent study. And it's basically about Mediterranean approach to diet and food. So basically, as we always agreed, when you see a patient in your clinic, after you introduce yourself, double check patient name and date of birth. The patient may say, "Oh, doctor, I'm having problem with my weight. This is affecting my health, and I tried everything. I'm not able to lose weight." And of course, a lot of people, a lot of companies, they take advantage of that in promoting slimming pills, slimming solution, slimming injection. And there's a lot of people basically who are, even without any medical knowledge, promote that. So for instance, recently I just read accidentally someone is promoting for a slimming pills that reduce 10 kilogram within just a matter of days, which is of course unrealistic and not scientifically based, and God knows what's in those pills. So a lot of people, they just dream of that slim figure, and of course they're going to promote two diluted figures, and a lot of people, they don't think logically, and they just go for that, and then they will have issue. The subject is not about that anyway, so what I'm trying to talk about here is Mediterranean food has the potential benefit which is vast, and it's encompass cardiometabolic and mental health and healthy aging as well. So Mediterranean food is basically a plant-based diet, broadly speaking, with high intake of vegetable, fruits, nuts, legumes, and processed food and cereal, along, of course, using daily extra virgin olive oil, which is, all of that is rich in vitamin, minerals, antioxidant, and low in saturated fat and sodium. And of course, low in red meat and processed food. So for instance, when we compare in the West and here in the UK, when you go to the store or to supermarket, just look at the fridges. They're quite vast, massive, huge, full of processed food. You need to think with your mind, is that healthy at all? Of course not. Because all of that is basically about food prepared and preserved with a lot of preservative, which is not healthy and not good for the health. That's why there's a lot of allergy, a lot of problems, and a lot of cancers as well, because all of that food is not healthy at all. Just imagine that you buy that thing and just you put it in the microwave or heat it and then eat it. It's not healthy at all. And I see a lot of people, they like to buy those kind of things because it's the easy thing. They just like to have like a lazy life, just sit in front of the telly and watch and eat. And even some of those people, they stay late night eating snacks and those unhealthy processed food, of course. And the other day, a lady was talking that she can't wake up in the morning. When I asked her, why is that? She said, well, I sleep late. And I say, why is that? She said, oh, well, I watch telly. I watch telly until that time. So all of that are unhealthy behavior. We need to try to tackle them, and otherwise it will be an issue with the obesity, of course, and the consequences. There has been a study in 7 countries across different globes, which had shown there is a reduction in the chronic disease risks, and it supports healthy aging. And I mean by that, reduction in the cardiovascular diseases, reduction in the overweight, obesity, diabetes type 2, metabolic syndrome, and also depression and anxiety, cognition decline, and of course, physical health. So, why is that? Mediterranean food proved that it's anti-inflammatory in itself, with the reduction of the oxidative stress. As we all know nowadays, there is the free radical, which can be harmful to the body and to the skin as well. And of course, with the higher intake of antioxidant, this proved to be healthy. So it's basically about eating habit of a healthy way of traditional food from olive growing region. And we know in the Holy Quran, olive tree has benefit and been stated as a blessing. So this study, which has been conducted in those 7 countries, despite of the low socioeconomic status and poor access to healthcare for some of them, and low education and high smoker rate, it proved that those people who consumed higher saturated fat were associated with higher cardiovascular disease-related mortality, while those who consumed the monosaturated fat from the extra virgin olive oil, they weren't. So what does that mean? It means it's very vital for the health of the cardiovascular system rather than the total amount of the fat consumed. So my tips for you here from the article I just read: you need to use extra virgin olive for your cooking and your dressing daily. Try to eat vegetable with each meal. Always try to think green, and the hierarchy of that is green, red, orange, purple, and yellow when it comes to vegetable. Try to eat also, they say 5 portions of fruits daily, but try to incorporate fresh fruits in your daily intake. Also, legumes, you need to eat it weekly. Try to arrange between 2 to 3 per week. Also, serving fish 2 to 3 days per week, and mostly better to have oily fish, like, say, for instance, salmon and sardines, and substitute your snack rather than with this crack and crisp and this one, all of that present. You find it in a big shelf in the supermarket. Try to substitute it with nuts, say, for instance, like walnut, almond, and of course, you need to eat handful. You can't eat a big bag. Well, I do myself sometimes, but yeah, we need to control, because this is not good as well. Also, try to reduce the consumption of red meat and substitute it with the white ones. I have a friend, she say, we need to eat red meat every day. So that's not a healthy approach to consumption, because we know red meat is linked to a lot of diseases and it's not healthy. So try to reduce and, of course, substitute with white ones like chicken, turkey, or white fish. And, of course, when it comes to bread, try to substitute with the whole grain rather than the white. And, of course, the situation applies for cereal over refined one. And, of course, you need to think about the healthy benefits of plain Greek yogurt as a daily intake, and the dangerous ones, which we all have temptation to, is the processed meals, sweet, pastry, biscuit, cake, soft drinks. I myself stopped some of them. However, I still have temptation to the rest. I'm not going to say what's that, but Yeah, everyone knows their own weakness, so we just try our best to get rid of this habit because it just it just causes too much weight, causes too much illnesses, and we don't want that. And for people who, of course, drink alcohol, as we all know, according to the UK, they advise people who drink to not exceed the level of 14 units per week. So you have to drink in moderation, at least 100 ml per day. And being stated, it's always good to enjoy food um, with a company if you have. So, Mediterranean diet, scientifically recognized as a whole lifestyle approach, which incorporate time-honored behavior in support of a healthy aging, with alleviation of depression, anxiety, decline in cognition, of course, and functional ability. So it has been shown that the level of depression and anxiety has been declined and the cognition preserved with the functional ability. So I just summarize what I have read recently about healthy aging and how to approach food in a healthy behavioral manner. Thank you. And if you have any feedback, you can feedback in the comment. Thank you.